You're going to love what we have in store for you today. Have you ever tasted the bamboo shoots cooked in Korean style? The taste of fresh garden vegetables and succulent beef are in perfect harmony with the tender bamboo shoots. Not only that, this dish called Chuksunchae, or the bamboo shoots seasoned in soy sauce, is highly nutritious but low in calories. You will also visit a cozy little town in southern Jeolla province called Damyang, known for its bamboo forests, bamboo products, and recipes using bamboo shoots. In addition, you will see how a tasty dish called Chuksunchae, or stuffed bamboo shoots, is prepared in one particular household. All that and more if you stay with us for the next half hour. Shall we now get started?
안녕하세요. Welcome to More Than Kimchi, and I'm your host, Hwa-young Jung. First, let's meet our cooking instructor today, Mrs. Han Bong-ryo. 안녕하세요, 선생님. She's very famous in making traditional court dishes. She also runs a research center that's specialized in preserving old recipes. And this is Chris Watts, who will be with us today. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for letting me come. I look forward to getting started.
Yeah, we should have fun today. Today, so what we call Chuksunchae is what we will make. Shall we take a peek at what they look like after we finish it? So what shall we start first, Mrs. Han?
예, 죽순이 주재료잖아요. 그러니까 죽순부터 하겠습니다. 그래서 채부터 썰어볼까요?
네, 그러죠.
네.
So we'll start with the bamboo shoot here.
Okay,
You and
thank
I
you.
can maybe start over this side. So these are already boiled. You know, we buy fresh ones, but this one is already boiled and ready to cut. So first you are cutting in a half circle,
얇게
Okay, that
썰고.
looks easy enough.
and you need to make pretty thin. So we won't do as nice as Mrs. Han, but we'll try to copy as much
예,
as she
이렇게
does. But you need to go a bit further because she has a nice shape of those kind of cone shape. We don't have this, so I think we need to cut a little bit more. And that's quite nice shape.
얇게
Ah, yeah.
썰어주세요.
And then you turn it around and cut this way.
Long ways.
And that way you get to this nice shape of bamboo shoots inside. Turn it around, yeah. That's pretty good.
이거를
Yeah.
빗살 문양이라고
Yeah,
그래요.
right.
머리 빗 이렇게
yeah.
하는.
See the shape of cone? Kind of distinctive shape of the bamboo shoots inside.
예. 그래서 여기 끓는 물에다가
예, 예.
데치면 되겠습니다. 그럼 물이 있죠?
And then we'll boil.
예. 그래서
소금을 좀 집어넣겠죠,
조금
선생님?
넣어서요.
And then sprinkle a little bit of salt. 어느 정도 하면
예,
될까요,
조금만
선생님?
넣으시면 이게 익힌
예.
거기 때문에 잠깐 하시면 돼요.
Yeah. So just parboiling. We don't have to really cook too long because it's been already boiled in the beginning.
She's so much faster than me.
Yes, of course. You and I cannot quite catch up what she does. But I also would like to talk about this fresh bamboo shoot. This is how you will get it from the field. But you need to boil with the skin in the beginning where it's a rice, watered rice, you know, where it's kind of milky color. So you boil first with that water. So that way, the reason we are doing that is that way it's easier to peel the skin. So it's very important, so remember that. You need to, if you have a fresh bamboo shoot, you need to boil with rice washed water, which is kind of milky color. So that will make the skin easier to be peeled. Put it down there.
그래서
그 다음엔 뭘
물기를
할까요, 선생님?
없애주고요.
Yeah. And after it's boiled, you will take that out and squeeze out all the water. Also, here we have mung bean sprouts that's called sukju. And this is Korean watercress that's called minari. These been already cleaned and parboiled. But it's very important not to cook too long because it still has to stay kind of crispy. So it's been just very briefly parboiled. So Mrs. Han is now boiling just a brief time.
미나리
See?
데쳐주세요.
Yeah. After that,
I'm trying. Trying to get all the little pieces out. She's.
Well, I think that's why your part we already boiled, so don't worry about that.
Okay,
We'll
good.
let Mrs. Han boil hers, but we'll watch her.
쇠고기는 채를 곱게 썰었습니다.
Yeah.
네, 채 썰은 거거든요. 그래서
그렇죠.
양념을 해야 되겠어요.
Yeah. So
가지고요.
the next step would be seasoning the beef.
Okay.
And 손질을 할까요?
그쪽에 좀 따로
Okay.
건져내시면 되겠어요.
That's pretty good. Shall we put it aside?
Yep.
And then we'll follow the next step, which is cutting the beef here.
예, 여기
So we'll cut
잘라놓은
this.
거 있습니다.
We'll make a thin stripes of the beef,
예, 양념을 할게요.
then-
요거 간장.
and then we are using seasoning for the beef.
Okay.
예,
So you can follow what
Need my
she's
bowl.
doing. Yeah.
Hold on.
설탕.
maybe
Then I
I'll do
have
next to
some
her.
soy sauce and
예,
stuff.
간장,
A little bit of soy
설탕.
sauce.
그다음에
And then I'll use different spoon for the sugar.
예, 그다음에 파.
A little bit of chopped green onion,
예, 이거 마늘.
and then a little bit of garlic,
예, 그다음에 깨소금.
and then sesame seeds,
그다음에 후추.
and then a little bit of pepper. Maybe I'll use your spoon for the pepper. Here we have sesame oil. So
이렇게 해서
this will be the basic, sauce. This is the same as what you would make bulgogi. Have you had a bulgogi before?
Yes, I have. It's
So this is a real basic Korean sauce that you have soy sauce, sesame oil, sesame seeds, and chopped green onions.
채를 썰어주세요.
And then you can cut the 버섯. Then perhaps
Is this
I'll
cut
cut the,
long ways?
네,
Right,
그 길이대로.
And
그,
then
and
again,
then you cut it as a julienne cut, very thin
and again,
stripes.
like this.
Curtis, if you pass me the mushrooms, I'll cut that. While
Sure.
you're cutting the beef, I'll cut the mushrooms. And mushrooms, Mrs. Han already
Yeah.
soaked before. And then you cut the stem off,
예.
and then cut it to stripes
채
again.
썰어서.
So you want to make it the same size as beef, very thin stripes. And sometimes if your mushroom is really too thick, Mrs. Han just told me you can cut it in half horizontally and then cut it. So that way it'll be nice thin stripes.
She knows all the tricks.
Yeah, that's right. After all, she's the expert. So now with your beef and my mushrooms, we'll mix as Mrs. Han does.
네.
일단 이걸 섞을까요,
양념을 예,
선생님?
이렇게 하시면 되겠어요.
예.
요것부터 볶고 죽순부터
예,
볶아야
예,
되니까
예.
프라이팬을 좀 올려놔
Yeah.
주시겠어요?
Now we'll put a frying pan. So we'll also put a little bit of oil on your pan and wait until it gets a little bit hotter.
네. 이렇게 하셔가지고
예.
뜨거울 때
When it's hot, shall we put your things and squeeze all the water out, and we'll put it in here.
하셔서 볶아주세요.
Yeah.
볶아서
Dump it in here.
물기 없. 예,
오케이.
물이 있어서
That's good.
이렇게
So we'll stir
하셔서요.
fry.
그다음에 소금을 조금 넣어주세요.
And then for spice,
네, 여기 소금.
we'll put a little bit of salt here. 잠깐만 하면
예, 예,
되겠군요.
익은 거니까
So
잠깐
because
하시면
we already
되거든요.
boiled this before, it doesn't have to be cooked for a long time. We'll do just a little bit.
여기다 쏟아서
And then take it out.
식혀주세요.
And this is a really cold dish, so we will cool this down after we cook it. Put it at the side and we'll cool it down.
예.
그 다음에 고기를
그다음에
해야
고기
되겠죠, 선생님?
볶아야죠.
Now
예.
it's time to cook
Using
the beef.
same frying pan?
Same pan. See, that's why we cook the vegetable first, because we want to keep that color nice and clean. And then we'll cook the beef and the mushroom second time. Okay.
표고하고
Not using too much oil at all.
Actually, in Korean food, it's important. You don't use too much oil, just to grease slightly the pan, and not much oil that's needed. And as you notice, we are using vegetable oil.
다 익도록
예.
볶아주시면 돼요.
Do you want to use chopsticks? That might be easier.
Okay. Break up the.
We'll just see what she does there.
All right. I'll give it a shot.
마찬가지로
예.
볶은 것을 쏟아내주시면 되겠어요.
세 볼을 써야 되겠죠? With a new dish, we'll put the ones that's cooked.
This goes onto another bowl.
Right.
위에 고명 준비를 해야 되겠어요.
Now we are preparing
예,
what's
예.
called topping or garnish. In Korean, it's called 고명, which is
예.
very important, which enhances the flavor of the main ingredients. So first, we'll cut with the
고명은
egg omelet, very thin, that Mrs. Han already made. You separate the egg yolk and white and make it real thin omelet. Can you see it? And then you will cut it. You cut the white one and I'll cut the yellow one.
Okay.
So we'll make it as a very thin stripe.
She has any secrets over there.
Right, as we did with the beef and mushrooms.
네,
Oops.
그러면 되고요.
And then one more garnish we're going to use is this red pepper, which will add a very nice color, contrast with yellow and white. And this one you will make the same kind of, very thin
이렇게
stripes.
하셔서 네,
And she also mentioned when you cut it, put the skin side down. That way it's easier to cut. It's kind of slippery to cut. That way it will be a lot easier for you to chop those.
초간장을 준비를 하겠습니다.
So basically we prepare the juksun, which is the bamboo shoots, and minari here, watercress, and mung bean sprouts. So we prepare all the main ingredients. Now we're going to make the sauce called 초간장, which is a vinegar soy sauce.
그렇죠. 드릴까요?
네.
하나,
So you have soy sauce,
네,
2 tablespoons
그다음에
of soy
식초.
sauce, and then vinegar,
예,
1 tablespoon.
초,
Yeah.
그다음에 설탕이 들어가야
And,
되겠죠?
and sugar.
네.
So it's like a sweet and sour sauce in some way.
And very simple.
Yes, very simple. So you have soy sauce, you have vinegar, and then sugar, and then sesame seeds.
그다음에 참기름.
Now, are
And
those
then-
sesame seeds, has
It's
anything been done to them?
Yes, it's been roasted, and then you put a little bit of salt. So actually, in Korean, we say 깨소금, which means sesame seed salt.
Okay.
But just kind of grind it a little bit too. So this 이게 다 됐죠, 선생님?
그게 다
These are
됐어요.
just very simple.
Yeah.
That's all. So you have soy sauce, vinegar, sugar, and sesame seeds, and a little bit of pepper. 참기름도
네,
들어갔죠?
참기름도 조금 넣거든요.
And then a little bit of
이렇게 해서
sesame oil to put the aroma.
네.
So you can use this bowl.
네, 숙주 데친 거 넣어주시고.
This is the mung bean
Right.
sprouts.
But you will first put the bamboo shoots in there.
네, 그다음에
Okay, let me use my
미나리.
chopsticks.
미나리.
And also in Korean food, don't be afraid of using your hands because we really consider using your hands actually develop special flavor. Then you can use mung bean sprouts in there.
여기다 전부 다 합치세요.
예.
고명만 빼놓고.
So other than those garnish we're going to use, we'll dump it all, what we just prepared.
Now, this square pan that I have in front of me, is this what we use to make the
That's
eggs?
what Mrs. Han used to make this very thin, egg omelet. And the reason you are using square is that way you won't waste any when you cut it.
Okay.
So it's very nice and simple to make the egg omelet there. So
Interesting.
we'll put
Okay,
the
ketchup.
that's minari there.
미나리. 그다음에 고기
그다음에는요?
볶은 거.
And then we'll also put this.
The good stuff.
Right, that's the mushroom and beef we just cooked before. And the way we're gonna eat is two-way actually. You can serve the sauce separate and put the sauce as you eat, or you can mix, just before you serve.
Here, I'll help you.
Shall I do this over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
묻힐까요? 초간장으로 넣어서. 예. 그러면 먼저
Put the things.
보시고서 넣어서
So mix it all together.
네, 이렇게 해치면서 묻히세요.
그러니까 이건 선생님 차가운 디시죠?
네, 차갑게 먹는 냉채 같은
Yeah.
것이죠.
So this is actually more like a salad in some way, except all the vegetables are half cooked, and then we used, dressing that's soy sauce and vinegar.
How long has a recipe like this been around?
It's been around, I'm sure, quite long, and that's why this is one of the core dishes, and that's what Mrs. Han is specialized in. And she tries to preserve old methods, so we don't really modify to to new way.
Okay.
그다음에 이것이
예.
이제 장식하는 거잖아요.
그럼 이거를 우리가 접시에 놔야
예,
되겠죠?
그럴까요?
So, Curtis, shall we use that dish for us?
Yes.
We'll
One of
try
these
to
real
copy
pretty
as much as possible here.
springtime dishes.
Right. So here we have
She's already done.
yes. Oh, ours is as pretty as what she did. And then 고명.
네.
This is the topping called 고명 in Korean. A little of eggs,
There's a little
a
bit
little
of
white color,
네.
and then the red.
I have red.
고명은 이제
예.
조금만 음식에
예.
이렇게 돋보이게
예.
하느라고요.
So this has main 5 colors that's very important in Korean dish. So this is our product called Chuksunchae today. So shall we take a look at the procedure one more time?
This is Damyang, located in the Jeolla province in the southwestern part of Korea. This place has been known for its bamboo forests and bamboo shoots since many years back. One cannot help but gasp at the magnificence once at the entrance of the bamboo forest. There is a great variety of bamboos in this forest alone than one can imagine, and they are of remarkable quality for making furnitures, crafts, as well as food. Bamboos grow at an incredible rate of 50 to 60 centimeters a day. It is considered a health food in Korea as it has actually been proven to be nutritious, whether eaten in forms of young shoots, bark, or leaves. Bamboo shoots start sprouting after spring rainfalls around May and June each year. They're harvested when they reach the diameter of 20 centimeters. You can say that bamboos are practical as they're put to diverse use in Korea. You will note that the interior of the bamboo shoots upon cutting the bottom stem is tender and creamy in color. Once you have peeled the bamboo shoots and rinsed them under running water, they're ready to be used as food ingredient. This household, located in the Go village of Damyang, is known as the House of Tradition for its exceptional taste created by Yoon Hae-kyung. She started gaining popularity around the neighborhood by her homemade fermented sauces. Of the dishes she has to offer, her specialty is known to be Chuksunchae, the stuffed bamboo shoots. Mrs. Yoon never resorts to chemical or artificial flavorings in order to enhance the natural flavor of the bamboo shoots. First, she minces the beef. Her other secret is abstaining from using salt when preparing dishes using bamboo shoots. That way, she's able to keep the natural aroma and texture of the bamboo shoots alive. After having minced the meat, she mixes in finely chopped garlic, sesame oil, and a bit of soy sauce. The use of the hands in mixing the ingredients together is also another secret in her cooking. As a child, she used to lean over her mother's shoulder and learn all the little secrets to cooking. Other housewives in the neighborhood drop in now and then to learn those special tactics whenever there is some special occasion to make special dishes. We get rid of the tough and hard parts to use only the most tender parts of the bamboo shoots. After the inner surfaces have been scraped out, seasoned meat is fully stuffed inside. If meat is overstuffed into the bamboo shoots, it will not be able to hold it while being steamed in the steamer. On the other hand, if not enough has been put in, the shape will not come out as they're supposed to. After having stuffed each bamboo shoot with minced and seasoned meat, they're put into the steamer. Water should be added in, just enough to immerse the bamboo shoots. The seasoning added at this point is much like the one made for the beef. Chopped garlic, sesame oil, and leek are just enough to enhance the flavor of the bamboo shoots. Cover the steamer and leave until meat has been sufficiently cooked. The flavors from the seasonings will seep into the two main ingredients with the creation of some soup during the steaming process. We take out the bamboo shoots when the meat has thoroughly been cooked. They're cut into 5 cm length pieces as to make it easier to serve and eat. Unlike most other Korean traditional dishes, Chuksunchae, the stuffed bamboo shoots, is mild in flavor and the seasonings are kept minimal. The cooked bamboo shoots are garnished with yellow ginkgo nuts, green onions, and some sesame seeds before serving. Aside from the stuffed bamboo shoots that you have just seen, there's a kebab dish prepared by alternating bamboo shoots and meat on the skewers. You'll be surprised how diversely the bamboo shoots can be prepared. There's a dish using bamboo shoot strips with mild seasoning called Chuksunnamul, a spicier one using chili paste sauce called Chuksunhae. Bamboo shoots in savory stew is called Chuksuncheongol, and those cooked in bean paste soup is called Chuksuntang. All of us living in Korea benefit from the abundance of bamboo in Damyang, resulting in various bamboo products as well as the many creative recipes.
Now it's the best time that we get to try what we've been working very hard. Mrs. Han, could you show us how we should start?
이렇게 끼얹이죠.
Yeah.
Wow.
이렇게.
Now this wouldn't be a meal itself. This would be more of one of the dishes in
Right,
Yeah.
but you know this is a very typical spring dish, and for spring dishes you can sort of serve as an appetizer too. But traditionally Korean food, you know, you don't have one side dish. You have lots of different side dishes, and this can be just one of your vegetable dish.
네, 이렇게 해서
It's
이제
really
덜어
good.
드릴게요,
Yeah.
제가.
Chris, I pass yours first.
Well, give me a lot.
이렇게
Looks
하고.
very nice.
네, 됐습니다. 네,
Smells good too.
전체 요리로 먹는
예.
거니까 조금씩만 하시고 더 덜어서
네,
잡수면
선택습니다,
되죠.
선생님. 예.
예.
So this you can also take as an appetizer.
Sure.
So this is called Chuksunchae that we made today.
네.
Chuksunchae.
네.
So chuksun, you know, means bamboo shoots, but chae also means a vegetable dish. Especially you are using the sauce like today, vinegar soy sauce, or sometimes you will use mustard sauce.
So chae describes a way of cooking. then,
Way
like,
of cooking and also ingredients, and mostly it's vegetable.
Like japchae or
Japchae, you're right. And japchae also it has chae, so it means all different kind of vegetables you are cooking. You're right. And you know, japchae is also one of the real typical Korean dish that all foreigners love.
드셔보세요.
선생님 먼저 하셔야죠. You know, in Korean custom, actually, we let the
Yeah.
senior person try first, and then we'll follow.
It's good? Okay.
씹히죠, 죽순이.
네,
그 맛으로 먹는데.
Very crispy.
It's-
Tastes
Yeah.
very good.
It's
Try
like
the chuksun, you know, the bamboo shoot.
that's what I'm trying to get to, a nice
Right.
piece of that. You know, in America, we don't have bamboo shoot that looks
Right,
like this.
right.
It's more, it's not so tender.
Right, that's right. You know, you can get canned bamboo shoots, and the texture is definitely different, you know,
yeah.
from the fresh ones. And it's quite a nice treat in the springtime. Then you can actually get the, you know, fresh bamboo shoots.
예. 이게 이제 죽순회라 그래요.
Yeah, yeah.
그래서 이것을 초고추장에 찍어 먹는 거예요. 예.
This is called chuksunhae. It's not totally fresh. It's parboiled, as we showed you in the beginning. So this is as briefly cooked chuksun. So chuksunhae, and you are using vinegared red sauce. 그래서 그냥
네,
해서
이렇게
하는
예,
거죠?
찍어서
Yeah.
잡수시면 돼요.
So you can dip in that hot sauce.
It's not too hot, is
It's
it?
not too hot, but
Alright.
it's vinegared.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Then
Yeah.
try it. Very good. It's a little spicy, but very good.
It's very nice.
Today we made a wonderful spring dish called Chuksunchae. I do hope many of you will go out and get some bamboo shoots and try this wonderful recipe at home. I would like to thank Mrs. Han and Curtis for joining me today.
Thank you.
And I'll be back next week on More Than Kimchi. Until then, 안녕히 계세요.